Former teen mom 2 David Eason, the former partner of Jenelle Evans, has not made any attempt to contact his 7-year-old daughter Ensley following their contentious breakup. Jennifer L's divorce lawyer, Brandon Pettijohn, stated in an exclusive interview with the U.S. Sun that David has every right to visit his daughter. He has just decided not to. Regarding David seeing Ensley, the attorney clarified that in the absence of a court order, both parents always have full custody of their kid. To my knowledge, David has not attempted to contact Ensley or tried to contact her through our offices, and he has my contact info, he stated. Jenelle claimed in her February 23 separation lawsuit that because her 14-year-old son Jace was under protection, David had not contacted to see how his daughter was doing while he was living on their yacht. Defendant knew that the minor child had an appointment with an ear, nose, and throat doctor after the parties separated, and that surgery was probably in the minor child's future. Defendant and did not inquire about the child's health, the treatment plan, or the appointment's progress, the complaint stated. In spite of the allegations, David stated that he has attempted to view Ensley on a Tuesday live TikTok video. "I can see her, yes." He spoke of his former partner, saying, "I've tried to call, I've tried to text, no response, no answer. I tried to see the kids, she didn't allow it." In the meantime, Jenelle's lawyer also discussed what his client's expected next moves in the separation will be. "We often work through the numerous concerns during the separation period." He continued by explaining that in North Carolina, partners organize their affairs in anticipation of the final split during the separation phase, which lasts for a full year before a divorce may occur. All of the arrangements, including child custody, maintenance, and asset split, are made during the separation, he clarified. After Jenelle brought up the accusations in her separation file, the U.S. Sun inquired as to whether she would be referring to David's claimed strangulation of Jace throughout their procedures. The lawyer refused to respond. "I won't be able to comment right now because there is a criminal charge ongoing, but I will be able to at a later time." First and exclusively, the U.S. Sun revealed that Jenelle had filed for a formal separation on February 23. Following an alleged attempted break-in in February, the star's manager told the U.S. Sun that her estranged husband was granted permission by the police to remain at her home. Based on Jenelle's account on TikTok, it seems that the purported attempt at breaking in took place on February 24. Part 1. My house was broken into last Saturday 2/24/2024, and this is my story, was the description she wrote for her TikTok post. But as was previously reported last week, August Keene, her manager, stated in a statement to the U.S. Sun that David had been in their house for a few days following the break-in. Because of his actions, Jenelle made the decision to file for separation during this time. But if Jenelle's timeline is accepted and the break-in occurs on February 24, it doesn't make sense because, the day before, she had already filed for David's divorce. During those few days together, Jenelle expressed to me that David had said a few things that caused her to make her final decision and submit the documents for separation, Jenelle's manager said in a statement following the extremely traumatic experience she and Jace endured during the break-in. Unfortunately, he didn't take the time to relieve her pain or stress when they were together. The ball was in his court. In the end, this is what prompted the formal separation. Jenelle mentioned David's alleged attack on Jace in her separation request filed late last year. The plaintiff's oldest minor kid submitted a report to medical personnel on or about September 28, 2023. The sheriff's office looked into the claims, according to Jenelle's complaint, and David was subsequently charged with misdemeanor child abuse and felony assault by strangulation. After months of having Jace under their custody, the reality star verified in the documents that DSS had filed a notice of involuntary dismissal in Columbus County. Despite the voluntary dismissal of the underlying DSS proceedings, the defendant's criminal case is still pending, and the defendant is subject to several no-contact provisions in the aforementioned criminal case, Jenelle stated. Since the DS case was voluntarily dismissed and primary physical custody of Jace reverted back to plaintiff, defendant left the former marital residence at the behest of plaintiff so that he could return home with plaintiff and his siblings, she said. According to Jenelle's file, David is presently residing on her boat, which is berthed at a neighboring marina.